Okay. I hope to see you soon. Sorry, guys. I sincerely hope to see you guys in a minute. The first person that comes on here, could you just say hi? Can you just type in hi for me? That would help me out a great deal. The first person that comes on here, just say hi. See if I can see it. I see 3 of y'all. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Okay. You stay there. I don't know where my phone is. You stay there and we'll do it off of the phone tonight because I don't know what's happening. There is no chat here whatsoever. I just checked the settings. Nothing is coming up. So you guys stay here. I'm going to go get my phone and I will be reading off the phone tonight. So stay there. Stay there. I'll be right back. The hell is my phone? Where is my phone? Okay, wait a minute, guys. Okay, she got a phone. Hold up, people. Listen. Where there's a will, there's a goddamn way, right? Okay, hold up. Okay, let's figure this out. Give me a second. Because this is a pain in the ass today. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I don't know why this is happening. I have no idea why this is happening. Hey. But while I'm figuring this out, have a question for me. So when I pull it up on the screen, I can start answering your questions. So start typing out your questions. Let me figure this out. Everybody, take a moment. Everybody. Okay. I heard myself. Okay. CR, you are back. Layton, hi. Maria Jones, hey. CR, hello. So if I answered you, just say hi again. Now remember, ask me some questions tonight so we can get this on and popping. So this is going to be a little unorthodoxy. Let me see if I can put this here without disturbing anything. Okay. So is there any echo? Do you guys hear an echo from me? Maria Jones says, hey. No, Maria Jones says, hi. Is there an echo from me? Because I have 2 things on at the same time right now. So I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. It's very strange. Very strange. Very strange. So I'm looking down at the phone over here. I hear you loud and clear, no echo. Okay, cool. All right, then hell with it. Then we'll go as long as the phone will work, okay? Because the phone is not fully plugged in, okay? It's not 100% charged, okay? All right, so y'all heard my spiel. Y'all saw the book, right? Here, I'll do it again. All right. Go get her book. Miss Mavis, go get her Lip Gloss Chronicles. Go get it. Amazon.com. Go get it. Go get it. Support it. She's a makeup artist. Support our sister. I see there's a delay. And I see my forehead is shining. Okay, people, ask me some questions now. As she gets this bootleg live chat going on here. How bootleg, huh? I'm not gonna say ghetto. It's not ghetto. It's just broken. Oh my God. Listen, people. What else I want to tell you? I want to tell you. Spoke about vaccines. The hell does I want to tell you? Really not much. This is not one. I swear, it's not going to be a long. This is not a 2-hour chat. There's a question. CR, how do you network to get into the TV side of the industry? For me, remember, I answer you for me, how I kind of got into the TV side. Remember, my background started in film. So I knew a lot of film people. I know a lot of production people. So that's how I kind of like started to kind of like make my way into TV. There are, honestly, listen, straight up, you can send your work into producers, you know, that's what the producers are for. You'll see it. They'll be like, sometimes the line producer is the person who will hire. And then, so you can send your resume into the line producer of the show, or you can look at the other producers of the show and see if you can find their information and send it in. Sometimes at the end of the show, you'll see Sassy Black Girl Productions. You can send it in there. But most of the time, straight up honest for television, it's like word of mouth. It really is word of mouth. It's a very closed community. I'm sorry to listen. I'm going to tell you straight up. It's very kind of closed. Not saying you can't get in there, because I got in there. So if I can get in there, you can get in there. But it is one of those things where you will have to go in and start to network within that area. For me, it was easier because I have a background in film. So my translation over, I already had like work to show. You see what I'm saying? I already had work to show. So you need something to show people, and not just print. You need like a reel, but not like one of these Hollywood kind of reels. You just need something to show your work in motion, and it will help you greatly. So when people say, "Oh," if I say, "Hey, I know CR, you know, she's a makeup artist. You might want to check her out," and then they come to you and they say, you know, they don't know you. They only know you through my recommendation. Let's say they may ask you, "Where's your reel?" And you might go, "Oh, that's right." So that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just have your, you know, you have to have a reel. Remember, beauty fashion is portfolio, and film, television is reel and resume. There you go. I hope I answered you, CR. Please come back around if I didn't. Maria Jones, red lip, please. It's crap. I have my makeup thing over here. Hold on. I try to keep it as close, but I was in like, I was tra-la-la trying to get ready, and then I was like, "Oh, what time is it?" I didn't want to be late. So I am again wearing, oh my God, wait a minute, is that his? Wait a minute, which one is it? Yeah, I'm wearing this one. This is by Skin. Dun, 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 dun. And it's called Red Lip Judy. Turn it around. And so what I'll do, whenever you guys ask me, what I'll do is, when I'm done speaking to you guys, I will put a link to whatever I have, whatever, you know what I do. I'll start putting links below in the description. So if there's something you ask me, I'll remember to put the link down below for you guys to get it. But it's Red Lip Judy by Skin by Rashad Terry. Oh, I feel like Lucille Ball, Vitamina Vegemin. Esperanza! Yes, I made it. Oh, I just got your book in the mail today. Oh, fantastic. Congratulations, Esperanza. Read that joint from cover to cover, please. Okay, I like it. Named after me. Thanks for the link. Yeah, I'll put it down below. I promise I'll put it down below. Thanks for the answer. And how have you fried chicken? How did my, according to the other video, my fried chicken, I didn't make it. Instead of making fried chicken, I was, I made, what the hell did I make? Oh, I don't know if y'all eat pork, but I do. I eat everything. It's not much I don't eat. So yes, I do eat the swine. Okay. And so I had a big old pork tenderloin up in here. And I said, I'm gonna be chefy tonight. And so I made a beautiful cut. You can get a pork tenderloin and you could just cut it up and create meals. You don't have to always, bake it. And I cooked it that biatch over the stove with some mushrooms and some, what else did I do? With some mushrooms and something else, honey, and some sherry. And it was better than chicken. It's delicious. I was like, I would pay $35 for that. That's what I say. Yeah, whenever I cook, whenever I do cook, right? When I cook, like when I really cook, right? I taste and I go, how much would I pay for that? That's what I would do. How much would I pay for that? Would I pay 20, 25, 35, 50? That's how I do it. But child, I was chowing down on that food. Ooh, it was so good. I know you think I'm crazy. I am. Yes. So Esperanza, love that name, by the way. Yes, ma'am. Listen. You want to be an assistant? Read it. Go back and read it again. There's some typos in there. I can tell you the truth, but just ignore it. Everybody gets the gist of the book anyway. And read it. Write down questions that you have, then reread it again, because a lot of times people seem to miss what I say. I get quoted back so many strange things. You said in the book, blah, blah, blah. I said, I didn't say that. Then I'm reading I said, let me go back and read my book, make sure I didn't say that. And I'm like, I didn't say that, so make sure that you do your homework. There's homework up in that joint. So make sure. Oh, but you know what was interesting? I just finished watching the Powder Group had a discussion with the woman from, I say Clout. They say Cloutier agency. It's on the Powder Group's thing. Okay, what I will do to make life easier for all of you involved is I will just put the link below. So remember, when I'm done speaking to you, I then rewatch what we do here. So that's another hour and a half to make sure if I miss anything, I want to make sure. Then I go in and then I edit and I put the description, links and all that stuff down in the description. So it takes about 2 hours for me to put the links in. Okay. Remember that. It's not instantaneous. I hang up and I do it. Okay. Any more questions? So yes, I will be doing that. I'm also, in some of these videos, I have been doing, timelines. I'm going to get better at it. It's new for me, but I like it. So you will see in future videos that there will be a timeline in my video. And so when you guys ask me specific questions you'll see like 0, 10, Esperanza asked me how it was like to be an assistant. So you'll see 0, 10, and it'll say how to be an assistant. Then it'll be the next question. So do you understand? So that way, if you really want to just get to the question, if you see a bank of questions in there that somebody asked me and my answers are in there, you can just go directly to that on the timeline. So you don't have to sit down, and if you don't want to listen for the whole hour and a half or hour or whatever the hell we do here, just to make it a little easier. You understand what I'm saying? So look out for that as well. I think I tried to do it on like 1 or 2 as an experiment, but just look out for that, a timeline, so it makes it easy for you guys to get to the questions that you want. Okay, Esperanza, she goes, ha, I promise to read it thoroughly. I haven't read it yet. I know you just got it, but I'm wondering if it's possible to assist for makeup artists without a kit of my own. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. If the key says to you, let's say I say to you, Esperanza, bring your kit. And you go, Deshawn, I don't have a kit. Then I say, okay, for me, duly noted in my head that this particular assistant does not have a kit. So clearly that means we'll be working out of my kit. Sometimes what happens is like you guys will have different products, and I might say, do you have do you have an what did I say the other day? I needed, I couldn't find it in my kit for some reason. I needed just a sharpener. Do you have a sharpener? So sometimes y'all will go, yeah, I got it, Sean, and you hand me your sharpener. Not like you hand me your sharpener, I keep it, but you hand me your sharpener to use, that kind of thing. But if you don't have a kit, then yeah, you have to make that. You don't have to make it known off the bat, I don't think. Okay, listen, I'm not even going to talk to you, Esperanza. You know why I'm not going to talk to you about this, Missy? Because you need to read the book. That's what I said it. See, I said it. Read the book. Read the book, and then come back and hit me. Like I said, read the book, then have questions, to ask me. A lot of people, listen, when you get my book, listen, people, I keep telling you, if I ever see you and you hand me, Deshawn, can you sign my book? And you hand me a pristinely pretty book, I'm gonna be mad because that means you didn't read it. You're supposed to go inside of my book. You're supposed to mark it up. You're supposed to highlight. You're supposed to dog ear it. You're supposed to do all. I want to see it jacked up. I don't want you to hand me a pretty book. No, don't hand me a pretty book. Hand me a jacked up book because that means you were in there doing your homework. Okay, Miss Esperanza. So after you read the book, then come back with some questions. Okay, honey? Yes. Thank you. Yes. It's a quick read. Shamika! Hello, Shamika. Belinda. Good evening, Belinda. Hello, beautiful people. So as you know, I am reading off of my phone and not off of the chat. That seems to not show up anywhere. I don't know where the chat box is, but my chat box is missing. I don't get it. Belinda says, I take notes in a notebook. That's fine too, Miss Belinda. But there are forms in that book and stuff that, I want you to do, that I want you to follow. So yes, there's homework in there, people. I didn't just write no book without no instruction and no homework. You got homework to do. Y'all got to get with the homework. Any questions, people, while my phone is still working? I don't even know where my charger. Where is my charger? I might have to get back up again and plug it back in. I hope the charger reaches. We're going to be in trouble. Some more. Good evening, my darling. So any questions? We got to keep this on and flowing and a popping tonight because we're not going to be on here. This is not story time. Listen, can I be honest with y'all real quick? Okay, listen. Even I don't like to watch myself on any type of apparatus. Even I looked at myself from 2 weeks ago with the stories I told you and sat here and listened to myself and made myself laugh. I was having a good old time. Laughing at myself. There you go. She's an idiot. What can she say? So, Richard, Lisa, greetings, everyone. Samoa, thank you for loving the lipstick. It is Skin by Rashad Terry, and it's called Red Lip Judy. Boom. And as I promised, I will put, when you guys ask me, what's that? What's this? What's that? I will start putting it in the description. It takes about 2 hours after I hang up with you people to do that. So you know. So there will be a link to it down below. Any embarrassing moments that I care to share? Were you not here 2 weeks ago? Didn't I tell you I was fired? Didn't I tell you I was fired before I even got there? You need to listen. Even I made myself laugh. You go back before. By the way, the lives that we have up, the lives that you see up now on my on my page, whatever, they're starting to come down. So you guys understand. I'm going to do something with those lives, so they're coming off of YouTube. So if there's something I said that you want to know, go back and listen to it, because they're disappearing. So you know. So you're going to go, what happened to because she took it down. So I'm starting to take those lives down. Okay, just so you guys know. Oh, Rachel said fired. Yes, that was towards the end. That was towards the end of the last video where I'm sitting here like this on the thumbnail. It was towards the end of that video where, yes, I told y'all how I was for real fired. Before I even got to the job, I was fired. How should we best negotiate rates post-COVID? Now, that's a really good question, Jennifer. Earlier, I had mentioned that the Powder Group had done a conversation with an agency, a very good, very, very highly respected agency, and the agency owner. And she had said, what had happened was, she said that the rates have, I don't want to freak you out, but I like to tell you guys the truth. I don't like to bullshit you guys. So she said the rates have plummeted. I'm using my own words, okay? But the rates have come down considerably. And so you have to be aware of that. Again, the whole point of she's all over the place tonight. The whole point of proper negotiation, okay, is to know your worth and know what is happening outside, right? Doesn't always mean that just because I'm telling you the rates have gone down doesn't mean you can't get a really decent rate. I'm just simply saying that you have to know your worth. You have to know what is happening on the outskirts of the universe for you. Okay. And so she said the rates have kind of come down considerably. I mean, of course, I can see that as well. I can see that. So the rates have come down. And so, yeah, man, you have to be aware of that. You have to be aware that the rates have come down by hundreds of dollars, depending on where you are on the, how do you say? Depending where you are on the pay scale. So are you a senior artist? Are you mid-level? Are you newbie? Are you newbie? You have to take that into consideration as well. Again, I made a lot of, not all the time, because I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. I didn't make a lot of money all the time when I was a newbie, but I made a decent amount on certain jobs, so it's not like you can't. But again, I'm just giving you a overview of what is happening now. COVID has sucked the life out of our industry, and so work is just, in other words, there's not a lot of work right now. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what's driving the cost down as well. And there's also this, and as we always talk about, the saturation of these influencers, and we're competing. We are competing with influencers now. When makeup artists before me that wasn't even a thought. So we're competing with influencers who don't even know how to do makeup. I don't even understand that, but that's just another story and another rant. But we are competing with influencers, and we are competing with anybody who now wants to pick up a brush and say, I'm a makeup artist. And so that's an issue. And so our market is highly flooded. Again, does it mean you can't make any money? No. Does it mean that you'll never have a career? No. Doesn't mean that, but I'm just giving you the roundabout answer so you understand where we're at. Again, negotiation is knowing where you're at, where the industry's at, what you're worth, Okay? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Did that make sense? Because I'm rambling. Did that make sense? Because she's rambling tonight. She needs coffee. CR said, I was shocked to hear about I think you said your assistant breaking the rule that you informed her of, and then she said she misunderstood. Yeah, it happens. It happens a lot where people don't seem to understand what I'm saying. I don't know. I was having, again, I will put the link below. Since whatever I'm talking about, I will put the link below. But I too was interviewed for the Powder Group, and Michael DeVellis, who was interviewing me, we were talking about misunderstanding what I'm saying. And he said, the one thing I know about Deshawn Hatcher is she's very clear. I may ramble like I'm doing tonight, but you get my gist. And for when people say to me, I thought you meant, I lose it. That's when I lose it. That's when I don't have the patience, because I know what I said. I know what I typed. I know what I said. I mean, I type the words correctly sometimes, but I know what I said. I know it's clear enough for you to understand. I know it. So that's an issue for me. Any assistant that goes, I thought you said, is never going to be my assistant again. I'm very quick to fire people over that. Please don't say, I thought you said. Wow, that just drives me crazy. So yes, you will have people who They have that. When you do that to somebody, I want you to understand the mindset. It feels like to me, you just wanted to do what you wanted to do. And now instead of taking responsibility for you doing whatever you did, you want to put it on me. You understand what I thought you said? In other words, you gave me the permission to do this, or you told me, no, 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 no. I know what I said. I didn't say that. So that's an issue. Be careful with that. That's just my pet peeve. I'm pretty sure it's other key artists' pet peeve as well. But that's just mine. That's just, she don't like that. Me don't like it. That's just one thing that I literally fired a young lady. I think I told you guys. I was keying that show in Florida, the 24-hour show, and everybody just checked in. So in other words, we really haven't even taken off yet, right? The show hasn't begun yet, okay? And maybe we were there for maybe at this point, 25 minutes, maybe, the whole crew. And literally in that time, I said, okay, I feel good enough to go to the bathroom and come back. And I had given them a list of things not to do, like 25, 30 things. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, right? Don't do it. And she's running around, I told you guys, taking pictures with celebrities. And I specifically definitely said, don't bother celebrities. I don't bother them. I don't expect my crew to bother them. I don't bother celebrities. I'm not that, I don't do that. So I don't want my crew to do that. And I specifically in that whole document said, don't do that. And do you know, the minute my back was turned, I went to the bathroom, came back 5 minutes later, they came in, she already ran up, picture. That girl, I took her to the back. I said, what's the problem? Well, I thought you said, and I said, sweetheart, you got to go. Thank you for coming. But yeah, you can leave now. Thank you. She was fired on the spot. I don't play that. It's a very annoying thing. Very annoying. Rachel, when does one transition from practicing makeup for free to then starting to charge clients? That's a good question. That's like a feely question. That's up to, clearly that's up to you. A lot of times what will happen is when you're running around doing makeup for free, you'll start to see people try to pay you, right? You'll start to see people want to give you money. Here, I remember when I was a newbie and people wanted to give me money. I kept saying, oh no, I felt in my mind, I was practicing. So no. But then I was like, stupid, they're trying to pay you. And you have to start to look at at what they're giving you. Are they giving you $5? Are they giving you $25? Or did they give you $50? You see where I'm going? What did they give you? Then you'll start to see it kind of like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll start charging. Don't be mad at me, but you understand my thought process. If people are willing to pay you $50, then maybe you can start putting together your marketing. Remember, it's not just you doing this. It's about marketing. It's about a whole bunch of things. So once you get that all together and you present your package to the world as I am makeup artist, then you can start charging. You understand? It all starts with people wanting to give you money. Like I said, I wasn't charging, but people wanted to pay. Like I didn't ask for nothing and people wanted to pay me. You understand? So when that starts to happen over and over again for you, you go, oh, okay. And then sometimes what you can do, because remember, you're practicing. So this is the best time to start doing market research. This is the best time for you to say, hey, Deshawn, what would you pay for this look? Like you just finished. You can ask them. That's what the whole point is for. It's not just to paint. It's to ask questions, like, so you know what it is you're doing. So you would say, hey, Deshawn, what do you think? You give me the mirror and I go, right? And then you'd say, well, what do you think that's worth? What do you think that's worth to you? Just market research. And then they can say, oh, I'd give you $50 for that. Oh, I'd give you $75 for that. Then you start to see where you fall into it. And then you say to yourself, well, that's not enough money. I need to make more. Then you could go back and revisit those same people and say, I revamped my skill, or I did something. Can you come back? And then you can ask them again, what would you pay for that? I hope you understand what I just said. If you understand what I just said, please come back around and say, I got you. Okay? Sorry, I'm reading a screen this big now. Let me see, what does it say? Oh yeah, Rachel, come back around and let me tell me if you understood what I just said. Yeah, Belinda said, "Wow, that is crazy. She did that. She did that. She was literally fired for like 2, 3, 1, boom. I have no issues with firing people. I truly don't have an issue with firing you. I'm not going to scream and yell at you and curse you out and throw you out. I don't do that. But I will say you have to go now. Yes, I will. Good, 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 good. Thank you, Rachel. Cool. Cool. Okay, good, 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 good. So remember, it's not just this. You have to start doing market research and stuff like that to find out what people want to pay for you, you know? It's very important. Okay, so CR asked me, in response to your video about set etiquette, can you clarify what can assistants talk about? Nothing? I know, right? That's a good question. Okay, what can assistants talk about? You can ask questions. Okay, let me preface. Give me a minute to preface. Okay, do I know you? Have we worked together before? Right? This is all important. This is all encompassing of the experience of you as being assistant. If you have never met me, if you have, this is the first time you've walked up and you don't know me and you don't know how I work, why would you then decide to tell me about your dog? Why would you want to whip out pictures of your child? This is a work environment. Why would you think that's an appropriate thing to do? Right? So do you understand what I'm saying? So when you say, what do you talk about? You talk about the job. It's about the job. Right now, it's about the job. I don't know you. So what do you think that makes people, I don't know you. And then sometimes sometimes assistants don't know when to stop talking. That's another issue. Like then you talk and you talk and you talk and you talk. And it's like, yo, the minute a key has to say, okay, stop talking, that's not really a good look for you. See, that's why I say be silent. Just be quiet. Just sit off to the side, be quiet. Now, if the key comes over and she or he, I don't want to be sexist, she or he they comes over and starts talking to you like, hey, how are you doing? Hey, do you have kids? Hey, blah, 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 blah. Then you talk to them. But if the conversation, basically, well, let me put it this way. Let the key lead the conversation. How about that? How about that? Let the key lead it. The key has something to say and she or he walks or they walk over to you, then you have a conversation. If they're not talking to you about your dog and your child and your this and your that, it's not the time to have a conversation. You understand? Right? Now, if you bought the book, like Esperanza, if you read the book, you know that there's something in my book called Core Conversation, which is you ask questions in the beginning. You ask questions before you get to set. You say, hey, how would you like for me to do your table? How do you want me to clean your brushes? How do you want me to do that? You get a feel for that person. You get a feel for the key, right? But when you're, how do I explain? I'm a tennis person. I used to play tennis. So you ever see those people stand up against the wall, right? The ball boy and ball girls. You ever see them? They stand there like that. It's almost like assisting. So they're standing there and they're doing what? They're quiet, right? Right? Serena hits a ball, goes out. Do you think they're going to stop and say, Serena, can I ask you a question? No. They go grab the ball. They go back to position. That's kind of how it is. This is no difference. See, the jibber jabber, unless a person is actually talking to you, I think you should keep that down to a minimum. I think you should keep it down. And, honestly, a lot of times assistants don't know how loud they talk. I had two assistants that talk very loud. And I was like, good God, her voice carries. You know what I mean? You just don't know. So I just think it's best to keep it to nothing except for the business at hand. That's just me. But your other key could be different. But again, if your key is keying with you, that could be a test. They could be testing you out. They could be testing you out to see how. I have done this to assistants. How far will an assistant keep talking to me? How far? How long are you going to keep talking to me? And sometimes I just let you talk. Sometimes I sit there and go, wow, she don't stop talking. Wow, he just keeps going. He don't shut up. And I just stand and let you talk. I put that in my bank, and then I say, won't hire you again. Won't ask you to come on board again. I don't even have to tell you to stop talking. I just let you talk. And then I go, okay, this person does not have an inner filter to tell them to shut up. And I just let them go. And then you won't come back. You won't come back to set. People do that. Keys will do that because if I have to tell you to shut up, that's not good. That's not a good look for me as a key. Remember, people are looking at me. They're looking at me. They're looking at you. They're looking at how I handle my people. They're looking at not just how I work. They're looking at the dynamics between me and you. They're looking at all that. And if you're up there, and you know what, Deshawn, when my puppy, Guinevere, she came out, like, they're looking at you. They're hearing all of this. And it's just not a good look. Again, if your key is not talking, be quiet. It's going to be a quiet day. Belinda, assisting rules will save your career. I know it's extreme. I know it seems extreme, but when I was in corporate America, I didn't talk. It wasn't like I sat back and talked to my boss. Hey, can I tell you about my husband? No, I did. I came in and did my job, right? And I won, and I did it. And, well, not that great, but I came in and did my job and went home. There wasn't a lot of jibber jabber unless my boss asked me a question. Then I answered the question and then I would leave. Hey, what did you do this weekend? Oh, we went to da-da-da-da-da. Oh, and then the boss would say, oh, we went to da-da-da-da. Okay, cool. And then we went back to work. You see what I'm saying? There's no difference. I think people think that, let's say corporate America is vastly different from what we do in terms of like etiquette. It really isn't. It's very, 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 very similar. So don't get it twisted, my darlings. New York Fashion Week. Hello, Belinda. I looked at what the Keys main artist did and made sure I followed suit. Phones put up and focused on getting the look perfect. Exactly. They don't want you back there going like this. I mean, I know they do expect it from time to time, but let's say you're doing this, hi, and you got the model, hi, I got to make sure I document this for my Instagram. Can you smile with me? But I'm the key, right? I'm the key. And I see you doing this, and yet we got a whole fleet of models back there. I'm going to log that into my brain. I'm going to log it in to say, wow, he or she is sitting up here taking some damn selfies, and there's work to be done. That's not cool. Do you understand? And what you do is correct. That's why I would say put the phone away. And I know people live, I get it. You need the Instagram shots. I get it. But, you sacrifice a lot getting them Instagram shots. I'm telling you now. You have to be careful with that. And you have to be respectful of the job. And you have to be respectful of that key who put you there. You have to be respectful. And all them selfies, just not respectful. It's not. You gotta be real careful. Teaching my students classroom etiquette, I keep telling them they need to learn it now. Yes, Miss Belinda, they need to learn it now. Don't wait until you get there and be like, I don't know what to do. That's why, in my book, in Assisting Rules, which is all the way over there, which I didn't have over here because I was pushing my friend's book. That's why there are 40 normal rules, and then there are, I don't even know, I need to count how many other rules I put in there. Dress code and all the other stuff that I put in there, and call sheets and all of that's in there too. And then the other rules, the whole damn book is a rule, and it's important that you know that before you get there, because you'll make so many mistakes, your head will spin. Well, the key's head will spin, and I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen to you guys. It's better to know before you go, don't you think? Don't you think it's better to know before you go? Do you want to walk into a room and be like, I don't know what to say. I don't know where to go. I don't know who to talk to. Uh-oh. Yeah, I hate that feeling. That's what I had when I was a newbie. I don't know what to do. What do I do? Who do I talk to? Do I go to the room? Do I not go to the room? All that mass confusion is freaking annoying. How long do you keep paperwork for, like, when it comes to confidentiality agreements? I keep it. I keep it. I got a lot of paperwork. Look at her eyes. She's crazy. I have a lot of paperwork. I just keep it. I don't throw away contracts. I think if you guys saw, like, there's a video that I did just basically on organization and how I store my things, and I store them in a loose leaf binder. Um, yeah, so my contracts, anything that anybody gives me, like that, like severe things you sign in on the dotted line kind of thing, that goes into that loose leaf. And I never get rid of it because they can always sue you for something. And you understand what I'm saying? For some weird reason, like, I don't trust people. So I keep it. I keep it. I keep those types of things. There are sometimes I've had contracts that were, God, 25 pages long. And then a lot of times what I will do is send it over to a lawyer to look at. And then before I sign it, say, is this cool? And they'll say, yeah, it's standard, or no, wait, D, it says this, or that kind of thing. So yeah, keep it. I keep it. I still, listen, I still have, I still have, from my first year, from my first few years, yeah, from my first year, I was in there cleaning, and I found a box of papers from my very first year of pay stubs and all that stuff. So I tend not to throw paperwork out, but I also keep it for nostalgia's sake. And because I also teach, I do find it a really cool teaching tool to show my students. So what happened, what I had done year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, that kind of thing. So I keep it. Your binders? Yeah, I have I don't have it over here, do I? Loose leaf binders, loose binders, loose leaf binders that they have the rings in it. Click, click. I have those. I have a lot of those. A lot of those. I keep all my paperwork in it. I keep a lot of stuff in my loose leaf binders. I have, like, I don't know. I lost count back there. I don't know. Maybe 20. No, what am I saying? 20. Maybe I have like 30 binders back there full of information and tax records and all that stuff goes back there. Go look at that video. The video's up there. Organization. Yeah, go look at that video. It shows you exactly what I do, how I do it, how I store my papers. I'm not really like, I'm not a file cabinet person. I think maybe because it reminds me of, excuse me, it reminds me of corporate America. So I don't want no file cabinet in my house. So I file via binders, and it has always worked very well for me. I store everything in a binder. What the hell? Even my menus, when I was in Brooklyn, I had menu galore binder just full of menus. Binders are everything. They make me very happy. They keep you so organized, and I like a binder. So go check out that video. It's my favorite. I love organizing stuff. It makes me very happy. Oh, God, it makes me very happy. She's a nerd. Yes, you will like that. Yeah. And you can store, like, depending on how big and the the binding of the binder is like an inch, a half an inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, whatever. You can store hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages in just one binder. So you might, when you first start, you might only need that one binder for like the first 5 years, but it's all kept in one little thing. I can just imagine how organized. Right now, my kit is a mess, and the reason why it's a mess is because I am literally in the middle of making 3 separate kits, and so I mean, the boyfriend's like, when are we moving? When are we moving this stuff? And I'm like, we're not. Don't touch it. So yeah, I have a big kit, a medium kit, and a small kit, and I'm like literally interchanging things in it right now, and it's like tick 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 tick. So yeah, so I am on the verge of labeling things now, so I know where everything is, and so I'm quite excited. I will be making videos on these 3 kits, so you can see the smallest to the largest, and you get to see what I do with my kits. But yes, I can be very anal retentive. When it comes, I'm very anal retentive. My mother was very anal retentive. She was Felix Unger, which drove me and my sister to be Oscar Madison sometimes. But yes, every now and then the boyfriend will say to me, "Ooh, your mother's coming out of you there." And I'm like, yeah, I get very OCD, like, don't. Yes, so yes. You'll see it. It's fun. I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of it feels like a science to condense my kit to a fraction of the original and stuff like that. So I'm having fun with it. That's why I'm also threatening him not to touch my stuff. Because he starts moving around and I can't figure out what he did. So I'm quite excited. Yeah, I went buck wild crazy and brought all those it's right here, but it's too sloppy to pick up. Those, those traveling makeup cases, the ones with the, I'll pull this out. No, we'll pull out. I was going to show you. You guys know what I'm talking about. I can't pull it out. Get out. The ones with these in them. And then you shut it up. So I went buck wild crazy, brought 4. You'll see it. Stoofies. Hey, Deshawn, your lips always send me. Aw, thank you, honey. Esperanza, but I feel desperate. Need to move to something creative. I'm terrified of the instability of the field, however. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Esperanza. I missed your question. How did you decide makeup artistry was a career suitable for you? I am in a similar position to you when you started, where I am working a typical job. I work in politics. Oh, girl, I'm sorry. Well, for me, what I did was I just literally quit corporate America and jumped in here, right? I knew nothing, no one. I knew nothing. When I tell you I didn't know nothing, I didn't know nothing. I did go to school at night. I went to film makeup school at night. Asked as many questions as my teacher would let me, which he did, which I'm always grateful to. And that's the only knowledge I knew. Back in the day, we didn't have Google, and this stuff was not written in a library. There was nothing. There was no real reference for anybody to kind of look to. There was no guides. There was nothing back then. So you just kind of had to just kind of jump in here and do it. If money is very important to your life, like it was to mine, then I would say, how do I put this? If I, Deshawn Hatcher, were doing the same thing I did in 2000, now in 2021, what would I do differently? I think I would have, knowing the technology that we have today, I would do my due diligence and I would find out everything I possibly could before I jumped into this. Because if you need to pay your rent, like I did, it's important that you understand that in the beginning years, you probably won't make a lot of money. So you might have to supplement your income with something else. Little things like that, I did not understand. And it bit me in the ass. I couldn't pay my rent. They were going to evict me, all this stuff. I just didn't understand it. Also, they treat newbies differently than they treat senior artists, so what I mean by that is they know you're new. They know you don't know things. And so they play you. and they will play you with money. They will say, we'll pay you, blah, 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 blah. Then you go do the job, you come back, they don't pay you. And that happens a lot to newbies. It's been, I can't tell you when the last time I got stiffed. Yeah, but you get stiffed a lot when you're new. People can be very unscrupulous. But again, that's just life. People are unscrupulous. You're in politics, Jesus Christ, hello. So people are very unscrupulous. You have to realize that, you do have to realize that corporate America, corporate America mentality does not translate over into this field. So what do I always say, what do I mean by that? When they say they're going to pay you, they pay you. Boom. Here, not so much. When they say they're going to pay you, they'll, oh yeah, I'll send you the check in 2 weeks. Oh no, I'll send you the check. It can be a lot of this again when you're new. That is why you read assisting rules. You read all these other books so you don't get played. So you know your worth. You know what to look out for when there's somebody shady. You get that inner feeling like, yo, this ain't right. So then you know, oh, okay, I'm not going to put up with this, or I'll go stand outside the door to make sure I get my check. I've done that. Little things like that. So if you are reliant on something right now in terms of paying your rent, either you save up a mass amount of money, like you have money to pay your rent, right? So let's say you can save up 6 months just for rent, to pay your rent now. It is a rainy day fund. So I want you to think of things like that. It's not something I thought of. You understand? Because I was under the impression that just like in corporate America, when they say they're going to pay you, they will. But in this industry, when they say they're going to pay you, sometimes they don't. And that is when that extra $250 that you're banking on throws your whole world off kilter. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to bullshit anybody and paint some rosy colored glasses. Be prepared. Save your money. Save your coins. If you're going to come in here, don't start spending your money like you did when you're in corporate America or when you're, politics. Don't start coming here and taking a lot of cabs. Don't spend your money in that way. It's a different world. You're a freelancer now. And so that means that you're working here and there and here and there and here and there. So it's a big thing. It's just different. And I keep saying to everybody, I do not want you to go through what I went through. I do not want that to happen to you like it happened to me. It was traumatizing what happened to me. I don't want it to happen to you. So this is what I tell you, straight up truth. Doesn't mean you can't be a makeup artist. Look at me. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm breathing. I'm here. But it was rough. It was rough because I didn't know. No one told me. No one told me. I'm telling you the truth. Let's see. But Esperanza, you can do this on the side. You don't have to do that. You don't have to jump into this cold turkey. Now, if you're like me and that's just the way you are and you need to jump into a cold turkey, then jump into a cold turkey. And then but now you're armed with what I just told you. Now you will be at the ready when somebody tries to play you for your pay. Now you'll be at the ready. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't at the ready. I kept thinking, when they told me 2 weeks, it'd be 2 weeks. When they, 2 weeks turned into 6 months, 6 months turned into never. You have to be armed, okay, with knowledge, all right? If you're going to jump in here, then jump in here and be armed with knowledge. Don't jump in here like I did this. I did this. I knew nothing. Nothing. Rachel Lisa, I went to the school in Manhattan. It's called LIBS at the time, and now it's Empire, but it was LIBS. Okay, Miss Esperanza, that's why I wrote a book, all right? I'm pointing at you, girl. Yeah, Esperance, yes, it is possible to do side gigs because quite frankly, when you're starting off, you're not going to be hired like that in the first place. People in this industry like to hire people with experience, straight up, right? So what you're going to be doing, I don't Esperanza, can you please tell me what it is that you want to do? You didn't tell me. So I need to know. Okay, wait a minute. A follow-up cue. After I read assisting rules, of course, I want to assist. How often are gigs on the weekend? That's it. Depend. Okay, so what I want you to do is to come back around and tell me what it is that you want to do because I don't know what you want to do. Is it film? Is it television? I don't know. Is it beauty? Is it fashion? Was it production? What is it that you want to do? Come back around and tell me, then I can kind of help you with that. There are two different worlds. There's film, television, production. Then there's fashion and beauty. Okay, so you're interested in my other side of the brain. I'm split down the middle. I'm film and television and fashion and beauty. Okay, so fashion and beauty, you can, right now, Esperanza, what you would be doing is building your book. I always say book, it's just an old school term of building, doing photo shoots and stuff like that. So right now, that's what you'll be doing. If you haven't started already, that's what you should be doing. You should be creating a book, a website, a portfolio of some sort. Technically, that should be on a website and on Instagram. But yeah, that's what you do. So that can be controlled by you, the photographer, and the model. So yes, you can work on the weekends, but I want you to realize that you will be working like your weekends every weekend. She's gonna be like, every weekend, Deshawn? Yes. Every weekend you should be testing. Every weekend. Every weekend. Because you have to be able to devote as much time to this as you can because you're not doing, see, remember when I did it full time. And so I did it every day. Every day I had something lined up, some way, shape, or form of me doing something testing wise, meeting people wise, that kind of thing. Okay. I feel like I missed something, but I'm afraid to touch my phone. I need to get a medium one. I have a large and small. I feel the large case is too much for some jobs. Yeah, me too. That's why I got 4 different ones, Miss Belinda. Yeah, the thing about these types of kits, right, is that remember you're working out of that kit. So if your table is this big, it gets cumbersome. It starts to get funky, and you could, like the other day, like I thought I was going into a makeup room, and it turned out I wasn't going into a makeup room. I was literally like, we decided we didn't even want to go all the way back there. We'll stay in the hallway. So I had to make a makeshift like makeup room, but the table was big, and I wound up dropping my Dior palette, my Dior eyeshadow palette that I just got. That cost me $62 on the floor, and then I was like, oh, my whole head exploded. Like what the and then I had to woosah, and I had to act like I didn't want to have a tantrum on the floor, but it only broke the ends. It didn't break the whole thing, but that's because I had no place to put my things. And so you have to be cognizant of the fact that it's funky. That's right. Oh no, not the Dior palette. Exactly. Not the Dior. Yes. And let me tell you right now. Okay, listen. That stopped me in my tracks from buying any more of that stuff. I tell you that right now, because when that dropped, everything, like I have been working with the new poo poo makeup, right? I've been working with that new poo poo makeup now for a couple of months now, right? Everything's golden because I had a lot of space on the table, so I take it out. Oh, I'm so sexy, right? But when I dropped that biatch on the floor, I was like, oh, hell no, we're going to put some Inglot up in here. I was about to go buy some more. And I was like, nah, we ain't buying no more. That's it. It's a wrap. Because you have to realize that when you see people, when you see a lot of these makeup artists, like these, high makeup artists, they're given that stuff. I'm very lucky to have been given quite a bit myself. So a lot of times we're given stuff, but this is stuff that I just, that pandemic COVID, I'm in the house, I'm gonna buy some stuff. So when you put your own money into it, yeah, it's different than when somebody just gives. So yeah, man, I ain't into like dropping $62 on the floor. No, she too cheap for that. I don't know if y'all know. I think I've told you. She's very cheap. And she's proud of it. I'm very proud of it. Okay, let's see. Esperanza. I just love saying your name. When you first had models, were they acquaintances or actual models? Because my kid is so small, I'm wondering if it's appropriate to use my friends and use their own makeup foundations on them. I'm trying to, if you're doing, okay, put it this way. If you are practicing, I don't care what you use. I don't care. If you're practicing, then yeah, listen, it's still to this day, I use other people's makeup. I don't always, like, the other day somebody was like, hey, I have this. Do you want to, I have my own. And I would say, yeah, let me see what you got. And then I say, oh, I like this. And if it matches them perfectly, I'm like, oh, then let's use yours, So I'm not opposed to using somebody else's stuff. I don't care. But if you are, how do you say, if you are, if this is like shooting and you're taking pictures and you're trying to build a portfolio, that's a little different. You don't have to have a big kit, by the way. You do. In fact, I'm going to go on do like a video thing on. You don't have to have one of these kits. You see these kits where people have like 25, 30 palettes, and you don't have to have that kind of kit. You don't. You need core things, but you do not need a kit like that. In fact, I think the smaller the kit, the better, because it means you know how your products work. You're very intimate with your products. You understand them. You talk to them. They talk back to you. So you understand them. A lot of times these people, these big ass kits, I can't. Like, please don't do that anymore. We'll talk about that another time. But it depends. Like, do you have a photographer that you're dealing with? If you have a photographer, then you should really try to get models is the best you can. That's just a whole nother thing. Sis said, nah, we good on the fancy palettes. That's right. Give us the Inglot. Yes. Ain't that the truth? I just showed this. Say that. Jennifer Mitchell. Do you think it's worth it to hold on to an old school air brush kit with compressor? Don't find much use for it, especially given the types of fast-paced shoots I have based on. You know what? I think maybe because I have a slight hoarding issue. I don't know. You might need it. You might need it. I think you might. Doesn't mean you will, but you might. And sometimes if you already have it, my point is you already have it. So would you get rid of it right now? I don't know. I wouldn't say get rid of it quite yet. Don't get rid of it yet. You never know when you need it. Like, there's a lot of times that people say, do you airbrush? And I go, why, I don't. And then they go, okay, we'll give the job to somebody else. And I'm like, damn it. But I don't want to airbrush anyway. But, it is what it is. I mean, if you already have it. And you know what's so funny is you bring that up. And I said to myself, I swear. And I don't airbrush. But I said to myself, I think I'm getting bored. And I just said to myself, I think I might get the Temp 2, that little one, and get that for my kit, whenever, because I'm bored. I think I'm just bored and I want something to play with. And I was thinking about getting that, or it could be the COVID, being stuck in the house the whole time. I don't know. But yeah, I was thinking about getting one, and I don't airbrush at all. I do not airbrush. She don't airbrush, nothing. But I was just thinking about it. But maybe I'll buy yours. I don't know. She's stupid. Thank you for loving my name. I'm really grateful for the advice. Thank you. You're so welcome. Esperanza. Rachel Lisa says, I dropped my grad palette before And baby, those palettes are strong. Yes, they are. Yeah, abs built to last, not even a scratch, very durable. Well, Dior ain't durable. Dior, it's kind of disappointing. Can I tell you? I'll tell you the truth. It's disappointing because it's kind of like, even though the plastic that they use, it's a pretty plastic. It's, you know, it's got like that high sheen kind of look to it. And then, you know, the font and stuff is really pretty. But that shit is flimsy. Okay, I said it. I said it. Okay. Now, Tom Ford's is a little bit more substantial. And Pat McGrath, I think Pat McGrath's stuff, I think you could just chuck it and it would be fine. I mean, but her stuff, I will say, is heavy. So it's something that I would think like, ooh, you know, I don't know how much of that stuff I want in my kit because I have a little quad. I actually like her quads more than I like the bigger palettes. And I bought it from a kit, but then I started keeping it for myself. So that's it. It was going to be in the kit. Now it's mine. Now I got to go buy another one to put in the kit. But that's another story. But it's heavy. It's very, very heavy. It's this like Graftobians. Like these palettes that Graftobian has, these joints, like you have 5 or 6 of these, and they're heavy. Yeah, Pat McGrath stuff's just mad heavy. Belinda says, I still have mine. I haven't used it in a long time. I use my Temp 2. Love it. Yeah, man. I don't know. I just think I'm bored out of my mind, and I just wanted to like, pss, 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 pss. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, she's stupid. See, Jennifer said, haha, yes, I'm thinking about getting a Temp 2. Yeah, see, look. I'll meet you at the Temp 2 aisle, okay? Hello. I like the quads too. The full palette weighs way too heavy. Isn't it heavy? Yeah, I do like the quads though. I really do like the quads. I really, really do. I love the quad I got. It's in, I don't even know where it is right now, but it's got like a pretty pink in it. It's got like a yellow in it, like a soft yellow. It's very soft, really pretty. And then it has this like punch of like a glittery, it's like a deeper mauve bluish kind of pink in it. And you put it on, it's like, yeah, I do love it. I was gonna wear it today, but I was like, I can't find it. I'm still in there cleaning. Hey girl, hey Miss Lisha. Oh, since you mentioned Graftobian, can we talk about the inclusion palette? Oh, thank you, darling. Of course, we can talk about inclusion anytime you want. She's stupid. I use my Temp 2 airbrush machine all the time on my bridal clients. I know, right? I know. I really, 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 I don't know. I think after 21 years of not airbrushing, I really want to airbrush. I think I'm just bored. I think I'm really bored. Yeah, I just want to airbrush. I can't help it. Oh, airbrush is a big money maker. Okay. Liz says, I keep one of the quads for myself. Me too. Listen, like I said, now I got to go buy another one. I don't like to go in and out of my kit. Like my stuff is my stuff. My kit stuff is my kit stuff. I don't like going, especially now with all the stuff going around. We have to keep your hands out. Like, don't say, oh, it's in my kit. I'll just go borrow that blue eyeshadow. No, I really think that we need to stay out of our professional kits and keep that just for clients. I know it's very easy for me to say I got a lot of crap, but if you can not go into it back and forth, yeah, keep like, yeah, I don't even, this is all mine. I don't mess with my kit. I don't go in my kit for nothing. I used to be honest, I used to say, I was in my kit, no big deal. But now it's a huge deal to me. I don't go into my kit to borrow color. I always have like a spare duplicate of something. I'm not going in my kit. Have you painted lately? A person? Yeah. Do you mean painting? Like paint? Like artwork painting? Or do you mean a person? Miss Rachel Lisa. Not sure. Yes, if you're asking me if I'm working, no actual paint. No, I haven't. I finished my cloud picture. I finished my cloud painting. Yay. Yay. She's a 2-year-old. Yes, I finished my cloud painting. I'm very, very proud of it. She's so pretty. And I just said, really, I just said, ooh, I'm itching to paint again. So yes, probably the end of this week, I'll start painting something again. Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm really kind of enjoying the art. And I also picked up, pandemic will get you to do a lot of things. I also picked up a pencil set to draw, eyes and lips and all that stuff. Like really draw them like lifelike. So I've been doing a lot, not a lot of that, but I've been doing that, and it's been really fun. It's very like soothing in a weird way. Painting is very soothing to me, so I need to chill the F out. So yes, but this time I got bigger canvases. Like I was working on like 16 by 20s, but now I got bigger ones. So I can't wait. So I'm going to be painting. I share my clouds on Instagram. That's what I do. So if you want to see my cloud painting, go on Instagram and you'll see it. Yeah, but I do. I like it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really, really enjoying it. I mean, 20 years of painting faces all the time. I needed to paint something else. I painted chairs. I've been I've been painting chairs. So I had I don't know if I showed you guys. I painted these 2 wingback chairs I got in here. I painted those. I'm painting anything that won't. I'm painting everything but faces. So yes, I've been painting and doing like very artsy fartsy things. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of painting, lots of artwork, lots of like things like that. I enjoy it tremendously. I just forgot how much I enjoyed it, and the pandemic helped me to remind me, girl, you like this stuff, and Amazon is right around the corner. So you might as well just, order the stuff and have some fun. Do I play with face charts, Rachel, Lisa? I do and I don't. I do and I don't. I don't particularly care for them, but you know why? Because I sucked at. I like them more realistic, so I really kind of sucked at making them realistic. And now that I know how to do it, because I've been practicing drawing and stuff, I want to. Yeah, so I think I probably will start playing with some face charts again. But it will look totally different and it will look really cool. And I can't wait to play with them. But yeah, I like those more kind of like realistic-y looking, like almost like a portraiture instead of like a face chart. Like you take the face chart and you turn it into like a person. So that's what I like. But yes, in the past, yes. I played a lot with face charts. When I do fashion shows, when I'm keying a fashion show, if I have to design a look for a company or something like that, yes, I will whip out face charts and show them and draw on them and all that stuff. So you'll see face charts that way. But in general, no, I don't really face chart it up that much like I used to. Are there any tips to really understanding color theory more easier to train the eye? That's a good question. Yeah, I think I said it before, like, I suck at that. What I mean by that is like, I think it just comes very easy to me. So it's very hard for me to explain to you what's in my brain. Yeah, it's hard for me to explain what's in my brain. I've been painting and coloring, as kids, but my coloring books were always a little off, not off, but they were always very artistic. Even when I was a child, it's very artistic. People say, "Ooh, wow, you're an artist." So color for me comes a little easier, and I say it all the time that James Vincent from the Powder Group, he does an amazing class on color theory. I really urge you, if you really want to know color theory, please go see James Vincent. I've sat in his class for color theory, and I love just the way he talks about color. Do I understand secondary and tertiary colors and complementary colors and all that? Yes, I do. But I just learned by putting colors down, and if I like the colors, then it was fine. I find that's just me. Like some people will tell me those two colors don't go together, and I'm like, yeah, okay, to you they don't, to me they do. You see, I think for me, I find it very subjective. You know what I mean? Sometimes, people, it's art. It's art. It's art. You know, like my favorite color combinations are like orange and purple, red and purple, weird things like that. Yeah, I mean, I just like color. I don't know, honey. One of these days I'll do like a challenge. What I want to do in the future is do kind of like challenges for you guys to spur creativity. Does that make any sense to you? So when you're asking me about color theory, I think it's easier for me to do it in a challenge than it is for me to kind of sit down and this color is opposite the color wheel. Ugh, my brain doesn't go like that. My brain goes to action. So I would tell you to do something and then you grab those colors and you go play. That's how I teach my students color theory. So I teach it in a very unorthodox kind of way. That's what it is. Yeah. I do it in a weird way to get them to think outside of the box. This is art. This is art, right? And so, you know, especially if you're in the fashion world, you really have to get very funky and artistic with it. And you can't be intimidated by this kind of red versus that kind of red versus this. It's more, to me, based on your eye and what you see, because I paired a red lip with a pink top. That's my thing. Might not be your thing. And so we have to find out what your thing is. You see, it's not, color theory is cool. You could pick up a book. There's a book called Color Theory for Makeup Artists. Go pick up that book. Then you can also, you know, get a zhuzh of that. But again, what's the minutiae up in your brain, and how does it come out through your model and through your you know, through your beauty work? How is it going to come out? You can when you start to study other makeup artists and how they choose colors and things like that, you'll see that some people like very vibrant, and you see the repeat of this vibrancy in their work. I have very vibrant makeup in my work, but then you'll see some other people who like more of a condensed kind of version, like deeper reds and deeper hues, and that's what they drive off of. So it's, yes, color theory is cool. It's very important. James is the bomb when it comes to teaching it. But as makeup artists, we are individuals and we gravitate to certain things. And you have to find out that Jones in your head that you gravitate to, that you really like, that you can make look dope on a girl. That, you know, and also remember, just because I gravitate to a red like this, it looks fine on me, but it might not look fine on my next sister. So how am I going to play that game? How am I going to fix that? So it's a lot of stuff. It's very interesting. I love color. I just love color. I'm obsessed with color. She's obsessed. Anytime she can squeeze an orange, orange and something, she sneaks like some other funky color, but she's happy. She's so happy. But you guys understand what I'm saying? It's like art class instead of instructional all the time. Because again, you're a makeup artist. It's what's flown up in here. I hope that makes sense. listen. Terry Tomlinson. She started putting out these things on Facebook, like these like minute little instructions. Child, I was mesmerized. I was like, Terry, do another one. She's an excellent teacher. She really is. The way she explains it, it's very clear. It's just clear. It's just so beautiful. And the way she does it is just so clear and just so to the point. I love it. So I really do. I'm more funky. I'm different. I'm more funky. I'm more teach to the, I like to teach a group of people, but I like to teach to the individual as well. So I like to give you the fundamentals, and then I like to twist them up. And then I like to put them on you, and then you do you. That's how I teach. That's different. Like Terry's a phenomenal fundamental teacher. She's really good at it. I'm one of those, I'm going to shake your ass up. And then I'm going to push you out there. That's what I do. I'm pretty good at sometimes fundamentals, but for me, for the most part, I like to I like to shake your asses up. That's what I like. So when I do teaching, like I do, what's that class I used to do? People like that class. It was breaking you out of like habits and shaking you up again. It's like I took you and I shook you. And I said, okay, we're gonna break you of those habits, and we're gonna make you visualize things that you never thought you would ever do. That's the kind of like thing I do. I'm not really all my classes are weird. All my classes are, I feel like my classes are kind of like unconventional, kind of yeah. You know, even increase your speed is weird. Like, it's just weird. I can't help it. Anyway, check out Terry. Check out the book, Color Theory for Makeup Artists. Check out James. And yeah, check those out because they're good. I can tell you they're good. And see, I said I wasn't going to be here long, and it's an hour and 20 minutes. She out. She's leaving. It's an hour and 20 minutes. We've been on here. She's sweating. Look, it's hot in here. I start talking about creativity and I start getting excited. So anyway, give a sister a thumbs up. Thumbs up on the little thumbs up thing, not thumbs up on here. I appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up here, but I need a thumbs up here. YouTube needs to know I'm here and I exist. And as usual, thank you for dealing with the minutiae of me not, my chat did not come up. If it happens next week, I will just have my phone ready at the ready and we will move on from there. And as always, you know, guys, thank you for coming. I appreciate you all. And remember, we'll have another Q&A session next week. Have your questions ready. You feel me? Ready. So we can fly. All right? Have a good night, beautiful people. I'm going to go, and I have no food, but I have to order it or something. I'm going to go and have some dinner. Have a good night. See you next week. Now I'm logging out. And anything that I said I was going to put in the description will be in the description about 2-3 hours. Okay, bye.